Modesty, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with a classic holiday glam look. There are so many versions of this look and this is my version. I used a pigment for the first time. I've never used pigments before, but if you don't have a this pigment, there are plenty of eyeshadows that are like this similar color. I can probably give you a few alternatives. So this is a super glamorous look for the holidays. If you want to go super glam, add some false lashes. I'm not a lash girl. I like just using some mascara, but you can add false lashes if you want. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. Also hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. And if you'd like to see how to get this holiday glam look, then just keep watching.
Hello loves. So of course I've already primed my eyes. So I'm going with MAC Fix Plus and spraying my concealer brush because it's synthetic and it's flat and I love it. I'm taking this vanilla pigment from MAC. There are plenty of similar shadow shades you can use. I think there's one called Venus from Urban Decay, and just really any silvery champagne would work. And yeah, so I just decided to use the pigment because I just got it and I never used the pigment before and I like trying new things. So that is what I'm going with. Anyways, so I'm just putting this all over my lid and I'm dragging it all the way up to the crease, and I'm actually bringing in the crease a little bit. And of course, I'm jamming out to Christmas music. But anyways, the reason I'm dragging it all the way up to the crease and maybe a little bit in it, you will see a little bit later. It's going to really combine with some of the neutral shades that's going in the crease. It's going to give a really nice goldish glow without actually putting gold on the lid or the crease. So when the browns and this silver champagne combine, you get the gold, and that's what I really love. Now I'm taking MAC Soft Brown, and I'm taking this on a Sigma E40 once again, and I'm blending this into the crease, back and forth, circular motions, sweeping motions. First I do the sweeping motions, but then when I don't have as much product, I drag it up and I drag it down like normal, and I start to combine it with the lid color, which is when you start to get that gold that I just discussed. Now I'm taking Wedge, which is also from MAC, and this is more of a neutral brown instead of warm tone brown. I'm using warm tones and neutral tones because they really complement each other when done correctly, and Wedge and Soft Brown together are really nice. So now I'm taking this kind of camely neutral color from the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette. This is in the neutral side. I don't know the actual name of the color. It's on the back of the palette, but I don't know which side of the back, if you know what I mean. And I'm taking this on a Sigma E35 because I didn't want it to be super pigmented, but I also like the size of that brush. Now I'm taking the darker color in the neutral quad in that palette. And this is a stable brush. It is from Morphe. I don't know the exact name. We'll have it down below. But I'm putting this darker neutral shade in the crease, and I'm buffing it back and forth with the Morphe. I think that's the E23. I'm not 100% sure. Once again, I'll have a link down below. Anyways, as you can see there, you can see that little bit of gold in the crease. And I didn't put any gold in my crease, but because it combined with the lid shade, it brought in that gold, which is super beautiful. And now I'm taking E40 from Sigma, and I'm just going to blend everything out so there's no harsh lines and everything is seamless. Moving on to the face, I'm taking my Matte Step Prime from Maybelline. This is my current favorite primer. Picked it up on a whim and I love it, and I'm just going to prime my face with it. And for foundation today, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I figured since I was using a bunch of MAC products, I might as well stick with the trend. I'm blending this into the skin with the Morphe M439 buffing brush. I love this foundation brush. You guys know how I feel about it. Totally obsessed. Oh, best foundation brush ever on the market. It's just super fat and super dense, and so it covers a lot of your face, and it makes everything seamless, and I just love it. Now I'm going to conceal using the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. Yay for MAC products! Anyway, I'm doing the V under the eye, and I'm going down the bridge of my nose, upper lip. I'm putting it in my nose area just because I get red there because of hormones, lower chin, and then a little bit on my forehead. mainly for highlighting because you really want to look balanced. You don't want to look highlighted in some areas. It just makes it look more natural even though you're using more product. You know what I mean. Anyways, I'm blending this into the skin with the Real Techniques sponge. Now I'm taking my two typical powders, woo, from the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette, not eye palette, contour palette, to set that. Now for my brows, I'm just going to quickly go through this. I just comb them through with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I outline my brows, and then I fill them in with quick strokes, creating little bitty itty bitty hairs to fill in any sparse areas. Now I'm going to set my brows. I'm just using the Rimmel Brow This Way. It's just a clear brow gel. I love this brow gel. I don't see a point in getting a super expensive one. It does the exact same thing. Then what I do is I conceal under and above my brows and I pat it out. And what this will do, it'll clean up all the edges and just make them look more sculpted. To highlight my brow bone, I'm just using the Vanilla Pigment. You can also use MAC Nylon. They're essentially the same colors, as one's a pigment and one's not. For the lower lash line, I am taking the darkest brown shade in the Neutral Quad in the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette, and I'm just pressing this onto the lower lash line, and then I'm smoking it out with MAC Soft Brown. Doing this to the lower lash line, what it'll really do is it'll open up the eyes. Even though you're darkening the lower part, it'll make your eyes look wider and more awake, and it just balances out the whole look. So I always smoke out my lower lash line unless the look really calls for a blank lower lash line. Moving on to contour, I'm taking either Shadow Play or Subconscious from the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette. I'm taking this on the NARS and I'm just going to be sculpting out those cheeks, and then I'm taking this Morphe brush. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it down below, and I'm just blending that out. This is my favorite way to contour because it's so natural looking, you know what I mean? Even though it's not natural. Anyways, then what I do to clean up that line, I take the Lorac Contour brush, and I take my highlighting shades from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I just I just trace out that line to whiten out the bottom, and that will make it look more clean. For blush, I'm using MAC Melba. This is my favorite universal blush. I use it every single day, so I thought I'd use it for this look. Why not? I'm using the Morphe E3 brush to apply it, and then I blend it out using this Sigma powder brush just because it was looking a little too cray-cray, and I need to tone it down a bit. Moving on to highlight, I'm using my Becca Opal Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is my favorite highlight for holiday looks and winter looks. I don't know, there's something about this shade that just screams holidays and winter. Maybe the fact that it's a little bit of a beige shade and it's so universal. I don't know, something about it, but I love it. Anyway, so I highlight the top of my cheekbones, and then I drag it down my nose because I love having a little bit of a shiny nose. And now for mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Butterfly Mascara. It's so strange. I used to hate this mascara, but now I love it. And for the lips, I'm taking this NARS Velvet Matte Lip Crayon Pencil thing. I think it's just in red. And I'm lining my lips with it, but then I'm also filling it in. I really like the shade of this red. It's a very deep red. And then to top it off, I'm using my favorite holiday lipstick. And if you've been with me a while, you know what it is. It is MAC Ruby Woo. It's so gorgeous. It's the perfect blue tone red, which is that red people strive for holiday looks. And it's super matte, and it's super pretty, and it stays on a long time because it's so matte. Anyways, I'm just putting this all over my lips, and yeah, that is the look. Oh yeah, to top off the look, I do take my Skindanavia setting spray, and I just set my entire face with it, and seriously, this is the best setting spray I've ever used. It made me a believer in setting sprays. Anyways, that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.